Alright, let's get this going. Okay, I think I have mostly everything set up. Let's see. I have my notes here. Yep. I walked most of the way in. Yeah, literally, I think if I just press up, then I will enter the gauntlet. Score's at level 99. I actually haven't touched this in quite a bit. I was constantly making like little changes to my plans or like little addendums. Like, oh, in case this happens, I have this backup. I haven't touched this since I want to like a week, maybe. Maybe like Christmas was the last time I looked at it. I need to make sure I have all my items. I think I have all the moves. I might still need to teach a couple things. Let me see. I wrote down all my movesets. Okay. Jolteon, T-Bolt, Swift, Roar, T-Wave. Yep. Alakazam has a weird moveset, but Encore, S-Toss, Recover Psychic is where I want to start. I'll eventually teach this thing Toxic, and I'll teach it Psychic again, because I have a Psychic TM. Make sure all the TMs I have. Yeah, I have my Toxic TM. I need to teach Icy Wind. I'll go ahead and do that now, because I know I need that. I'm not showing that. Oops. Yeah, Lapras needs Icy Wind. No Ice Beam. Yep. Turns out speed control is good. Giga Drain. I don't think anyone gets Giga Drain. No, yeah. Like Iron Tail is a decent option. I could also teach. The only one that I was considering is I gave Aerodactyl Detect. I could give it like Earthquake as a decent backup. That is a possibility. Yeah, 2 Psychic TMs, a Shadow Ball TM even. I'm thinking, does anyone learn Double Team? How does this work? I thought... Yeah, no. Oh, I need to give Skarm Sleep Talk. Over Rest. I need Drill Peck, Steel Wing. Yeah. Or over Rock Slide. Never clicking Rock Slide on this character. Detect. I can hold off on Detect. I only need Detect on Aerodactyl, I think, by the red fight. I teach it Fly? I must have. Oh, I didn't. Damn. Fire Blast, Crunch, Scary Face. Yeah, Crunch isn't really usable. A Fire Blast, I guess I can hold on to Fire Blast for now, in case I need it for the Scizor, in case things go poorly. That one's not bad to hold on to. Surf Strength, Flash, Whirlpool, Waterfall. Okay. Let me just actually go through the Pokemon. And he did you, you're fine. Rest, Sleep, Talk, Jolteon, Steel Wing. I think you're fine. Rockslide, EQ, Screech, Wing Attack, yep. Perish, Waterfall, T-Bolt, Icy Wind. You're the only one that's slightly different. I'll probably just teach like Detect or Earthquake over Fire Blast once I like really want it. Fire Blast is at least like I could hold on to Fire Blast through Koga. After Koga, I can get rid of it. Okay. What's my team setup to start here? Oh yeah, I immediately opened with the Celebi. That's so rough. I could lose, like, on the third Pokemon. Realistically. Oops. Okay. Oh, items. I think I have enough berries and whatnot. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Jolteon Lum. Skarmory does need to be level 99 until the end of the Koga fight. Gligar gets Sharp Beak. Lapras Citrus. All the rest are Citrus. I don't... Yeah, I shouldn't need, I shouldn't need a Lepa here. Should be okay. My way of fighting Raikou is not very safe. Let me make sure I have the proper items. I need... So I have Sharp Beak. Soft Sand is the other one. Yep. Bruno, everyone holds a Citrus except for Skarmory. Karen, I have a Lepa. And then Red, I have a Hardstone. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good. I think I am good to go. I guess a DV check. Pretty solid Jolteon. The Swifts won't hit that hard. I only have Swift for Zapdos double team. But pretty fast. I think it outspeeds everything. Pretty good Jolteon. Really, really insanely solid Skarmory. The speed is why I'm level 99, so that way I underspeed the Scizor, I think? That's right. Yeah, so it's... because otherwise it's a speed tie with Quick Claw. It's very inconsistent. You either just underspeed it. But yeah, insane Skarmory. Low attack is whatever, because it can just bulk through. I don't understand why it says I met it at level 8. I've had that for some Pokemon. I met you at level 20, but I did not meet the Skarmory at level 8. I don't think that's possible. All my Kantomons have been like that. It's really weird. Pretty solid Gligar. I think its speed is like just enough. Like literally like a point above some things that it needs to be. Yeah, it's like just a point above Celebi. There's another one that it like just barely ekes out Mew if I need it. And it barely ekes out Entei. I don't think I'm using it on Entei, but yeah, I'm not. I'm using Aerodactyl on Entei. Was there another? Does not beat Lugia. It beats out Ho-Oh, so that's a good backup. Hello, Snowy. Thank you for the good luck. I'm just final DV checking. Good zero speed Lapras. This thing is crazy though. Like all these mons are really good. Even the I think even Alakazam is pretty solid. Like there's Aerodactyl, which is whatever. But yeah, Alakazam like also super fast. It's plus 300, so pretty good special bulk, makes it pretty decent at theoretically encore spamming on stuff like Raikou, HP Water. That's the hope, at least. I really need it to work out. I don't know how I'm beating this Raikou otherwise. Unless I get, like... Maybe I teach Earthquake to Arrow, just... that probably is worth it. Yeah, that's probably better. Do I have my Earthquake TM? I just assumed I had it. What even, do I not? I guess I don't. Did I teach it? Huh. I didn't think I taught it. I don't assume Aerodactyl is gonna get Dig. No. Wait, Alakazam gets Dig? That's awesome. That is so cool. You could like Encore, and then as you Toxic, you like Dig. That is sick, actually. Dig to like Turnstall. I must have used my Earthquake TM on someone. Was it on T-Tar? I don't think I did. It's not the end of the world that I don't have it, I guess. It just would be nice to have for Raikou, but... okay. What are the main threats? So I've got my notes. I don't know how legible they are, but the main big threats with this team, as I was calcing... also, let me save and port my save. To actually have everything proper. I'm gonna save in between every battle. The main big threats, the Celebi is awful. Depending on how the Celebi goes, the Raikou could be awful, but that, like, it mainly hinges on the Celebi. Let me port my save. It says 7 deaths, by the way. I have slaves in my box. You can't even see that, I don't think. What else? So yeah, Will, the main thing is Celebi is really annoying. Koga, obviously the main annoyance is going to be the Zapdos. That's just how it is. I have Roar on Jolteon and Swift to help combat it, and Jolteon is going to be at full health for it, so I'm much better off this attempt than my first attempt at dealing with this Zapdos. This thing is basically why I lost my run on attempt 1. I had to like use Gligar. I think I lost 2 Pokemon to it double teaming early, and then like, or no, it switched. The Suicune switched out. It was gonna die to, I think, my Lapras, and it switched out, and then it like caught me off guard, and it got a free double team before I switched to Gligar on the T-Bolt, and then I undersped it, and it got the double team. But with Jolteon, I outspeed it, so I at least get a good hit. if I need to roar it, I can, and then I can finish it with Alakazam later at the end of the fight, because Alakazam will theoretically already be in. The Mew is like maybe annoying, but Alakazam should be okay against it. Bruno... What was the main annoyance with Bruno? Entei is fine. Kangaskhan is fine, but annoying. The Kangaskhan might switch out is what scares me, but I can always bring Skarmory back in pretty safely on it. So that's not bad. Making sure I don't get countered is the main thing, but I just have to do that for a turn. The Heracross is chill. Oh, the main thing actually is because of the way I'm doing this fight, it's Randommon who comes in after Gligar, or after Heracross. The only two mons left at this point are Machamp and Steelix. So it's random who comes in. I really want it to be Machamp, because then I don't have to switch out, and Gligar just beats it. If it's Steelix in, it'll get a little weird. It's still doable, but it's really gonna stress test Gligar's health, and it might depend like what move Heracross went for. Between like Earthquake or Submission or Mega Horn when Gligar switched in. Karen, Lugia is totally chill on Karen. I think the main one is the T-Tar. Just like, it could go for AP, and if it boosts, then what do you do? Like, I'm going Skarm on it, and then I'm using Gligar to beat it. So, I just need, it gets like 2 chances to AP boost, and also a crit will just kill my Gligar, likely, on that first turn. I can sack a mon on this Karen, though. I can sack a Pokemon. It's not great, but I can. I can get away with it. It would probably be Gligar. That's the main nuisance. Umbreon gets PP stalled by Skarm if I need it. Houndoom gets beaten by Arrow or Gligar. I just need Alakazam for Gengar. And then Sneasel is... How do I beat Sneasel? Oh, with Lapras. Yeah. And then Red... I don't know if there is a nuisance on Red. Because I can start sacking stuff at that point. It's just like Aerodactyl lead, gets a double kill. You do Lapras on Lapras, and then Jolteon kills the Lapras. I guess the Snorlax can be annoying, because I'm trying to use, I'm trying to bait Fire Blast and then have Alakazam Encore stall the Snorlax. So it might switch out if I'm taking too long, which I probably will. But it'll be hurt a ton and then something else can kill it afterwards. The main thing is just like, I can sack anything as long as I keep... I just need to bait Ho-Oh last, or sack something to get Aerodactyl in on Ho-Oh. The main thing is I think I had like Alakazam Toxicking the Mewtwo, and then basically like letting stuff die as they attacked it. Like using Jolteon to chip it hard, and then using like Lapras, it can theoretically take a hit and then throw out like a waterfall. And then with the Toxics, that should be enough for Aerodactyl to come in and finish, and then Ho-Oh finishes. Okay. No more notes. That's only for me to look at. I don't think I have anything else to do, so let's go. Not on red. Yeah, I could have all this planning and just, like, die to the Celebi here. which would be a little unfortunate, but man, I don't know how you get like a real counter to that Celebi. It's like, it has to be like Meganium, right? But it's just, like, even with HP Fire, it's so crazy. You'd probably bait Psychic over Ancient Power. I don't know. Anyways. Jolteon's gonna get 2 kills here. Gotta hope for a fast fire. Yeah, I've like never really gotten a good fire type. That doesn't matter. That's nice. That's good. No damage on Jolteon is very good, actually. That is very, very good, now that I think about it, because I could almost use this mon against Slowbro if I wanted instead of Lapras, but I can easily switch this thing into Raikou if I really need. Okay, yeah, here's the beast. Skarm Pivot. I really need you to not boost. There's just no way to get around this Ancient Power, I don't think. Nice. Go Gligar on HP Fire. And my Gligar is like... I really wanted a Citrus on it, but with Sharpbeak it like just barely gets a 2-hit KO through leftovers. So I kind of needed that. I don't need to worry about Screech plus Wing Attack. I don't think, right? This does 340, 316 plus 19 is 335. Yeah. I can Wing Attack twice. Oh. Ah, damn. That would have been insanely awesome. If I was full HP for Raikou, that would have been crazy. Do I Rock Slide here? I think I Rock Slide. Just in case it switched. I don't think it would have. It doesn't really have anything that resists Wing Attack. Well, actually, the one thing it would have switched to is Raikou. That's weird. This should be enough HP. It is. Okay, good. That's what I was worried about. Because I need to switch this in and bait HP Water later. And this always baits Ice Beam. That Celebi worked out super well. Going Lapras. Oh, yeah. Lapras into Aerodactyl. Lapras being able to take Ice Beams and not worry about Freeze is so awesome. It's so good. And it quad resists them too. It's so good. So yeah, this is always Sky Attack, maybe HP Grass. Aerodactyl doesn't care which one it is. Yeah. Okay. Ice Beam or Waterfall? I don't think it matters. I just go Lapras. Yeah. Ice Beam would be better. Nice. Oh, well. That's still better. Ice Beam crit is still better than Waterfall damage. Okay. Good. One mon left. Okay. So, ideally with this setup, yeah, I always bait T-Bolt or Reflect. I don't really know how that would work. I guess Reflect actually doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't matter here. So I'm using Alakazam. But oh no, it's always T-Bolt because it kills. I'm stupid. So that's Gligar. And now, because Gligar's HP is high enough, this is always HP Water. I have some options here. Could I go Jolteon and do some chip, or do I just... I think I just go Alakazam. And this is like my first real test for Encore Alakazam shenanigans. Just like actually seeing the damage and seeing how much I take. Because like, I'm gonna take 60%, and then I have to heal, you know? It's not a great setup. I do live a T-Bolt right now. I live in HP Water crit, so yeah, this is better. Okay. So like I have to heal now. I probably have to heal twice. No, I only have to heal once. Okay. Was that a high roll? It was higher. Okay. I'm still... At this point, though, I'm safe, I think. I'm completely safe. I can just... I'm safe from HP Water crit, and 2 Psychics will kill. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Alakazam passed its first test. It's got maybe some harder ones later, but it worked out. The backup was, actually, I probably could have gotten away with it there, because my Lapras was pretty healthy. I could have, encored HP Water again. Like, say I got, like, crit early by one of those HP Waters. Instead of sitting there and recovering, I could just encore and then go Lapras and Perish Song. And then just eat the HP Waters that do, like, 10%. Yeah, Lapras could have totally gotten away with that. And if the Encore wears off, then I just pivot on the, I just pivot around, like, T-Bolt for Gligar and Ice Beam for Lapras, back and back. Pretty good first fight. And the main worry was just that Celebi, and it worked out really well. Lepa on Encore. So I need to teach a move. I need to teach Toxic. The Toxic TM is coming out. And it is not going on Skarmory. Okay. I'm gonna speed this up. This will take a while. Still lead Jolteon. It gets a Lum this time. Move it to the next fight. Gligar gets Soft Sand. Skarmory gets a Lum, so it can rest, it can insta-rest. Oh, this is the fight where I don't really use Aerodactyl. I can just bring it and give it, I don't know, a Lum as backup in case Mew tries to Toxic it or something. I don't really use it in this fight. Okay. Port my save. Alright. There we go. Make sure Jolteon lead. Yes, okay. What's up, Koga? This guy isn't my PB, but effectively is. I lost, like, the important mons that I needed on Koga, and then ended up dying to Bruno, so... I've got a Jolteon this time, though. Remember, I had to, like, lead Aerodactyl, because Electabuzz wasn't strong enough to kill this Crobat. I could have led Alakazam Psychic would have killed this Crobat, but it's not very good because you're left with potentially baiting Metal Claw. Okay. This is not Explosion, this is Sludge Bomb. Don't care if we really tank a poison. It would be really nice to not take a poison. Okay. That's fine. It means I can't get Quick Claw burnt here. Ideally, I'm not really using Gligar for the rest of this fight, but it would have been a nice backup for Zapdos, and now with it being poisoned, it's way harder to use. Still possible for maybe, like, a turn. Potentially also against Mew, just because it outspeeds it. But it's a little rough. Okay. Lapras time. I thought about using Perish Song against this. But its switch out would be pretty random. I don't really like that. So we're just gonna Icy Wind so we outspeed it. We take, like, no damage. Now that I've Icy Winded, of course, I'm gonna get a Paralysis on the first T-Bolt, so that it wasted that turn, basically. Dang. Okay, 50. Icy Wind, just so that way it wouldn't rest at, like, this health. Because now I can kill it before it can rest. It could switch out here. What would it switch out to? It would switch out to probably Zapdos. I don't want to click Waterfall, though. That's pretty risky. I just click T-Bolt. Okay. Let's switch out. Good. I actually wouldn't have minded a switch out. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But just for keeping the line together, it's nice. Okay. Skarmory, you gotta last for a while. Good. No Metal Claw is always good. 50. That's a good low roll. I just need to hit 4 Drill Pecks. It's just that easy. I basically just always need to rest before, like, entering crit range. So, like, I need to rest now. Since I'm always slower. I'm liking all these submissions, even though they do more damage. Am I safe here? Yes. Yeah, I'm fine if I rest and then I sleep talk on the last attack. The Steel Wing should kill. Yeah, I'm okay. Actually, I could just kill. Am I using Skarm anywhere else? I could use it against, Mew. So I think having health on this would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, I can rest, and then I can just sleep talk for the final kill. That's okay. It seems odd to do, but I'd rather have, like, a bunch of HP. Steel Wing should kill at this point. Even if I roll that. Nice. Oh, well. That didn't matter. I don't think. Okay, good. You should always T-Bolt here. I just go straight Jolteon. That's... oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's... This is correct. Okay. This is a Zapdos that absolutely screwed me last time, so I don't want to mess around with it. Okay. T-Bolt. If I like crazy high roll, it's a 2-shot. Oh. I might need to roar you. So if I roar it, it's Mew. I think I do need to roar. This is why I gave it roar. Yeah, I can switch in one more time. Or I guess the idea is I'll have Aerodactyl or Alakazam in. It's not low enough for an S-Toss, though. But it should try to kill move instead of double teaming on my Jolteon switch, at least. I can't really get to Aerodactyl. That's the thing that I'm worried about. Because if I have Alakazam in, I assume I'm going to get hurt on the Mew. Enough to where, like, Jolpeck will kill. I mean, maybe I'm at the range where only Jolpeck kills and T-Bolt doesn't, but that doesn't seem very likely. What I could also do... So if I roar it, I'm baiting Psychic. I Encore, Toxic Stall, and S-Toss. I can't really... If I could try to set it up in a way where... Oh, you still bait Psychic. Damn. Never mind. Because if I could have Aerodactyl in when the Mew dies, like to a Toxic turn, or switch it in at like 20% or whatever. Oh well, I guess it would soft. No, but it's Encore. It wouldn't be able to soft boil. Then like this is enough damage. Also me roaring here puts my Jolteon at like 50%, and then if I try to switch it in later, it's like dead to a crit. Man, this thing sucks. I do out-damage leftovers, but not by much. And if it switches in later anyways, it would just heal that back. So there's no point in clicking Swift. I could just rip a T-Bolt. I guess... I can rip T-Bolt now, because it might just double team again. Double team is what, 3 PP, right? Yeah. I think I T-Bolt now, because I think it's likely to double team again. And then no matter what, I roar next turn, unless it's like insanely low. Then I can Swift. I think I T-Bolt. Nice. This could kill. Awesome. That is really nice. This is either Psychic or Toxic. I guess I could go Skarm to guarantee that it's Psychic? Oddly? Can I do that? I wouldn't mind if it tried to spam Toxic. That would be pretty good, I think. I'm pretty sure that would be good. Because if I'm not taking damage, then I can just, like, S-toss it. Well, I'm taking damage, but I'm taking way less than 26%, and I can switch out, let something else get Toxic, like, then I could, like, safely go to Aerodactyl, just on a Toxic or something. Yeah, I don't mind that. It would be awesome if this thing clicked Toxic. Psychic is fine. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Okay, 56. That's like right in the middle roll. I don't like encoring this. What if I encored? What if I gave it a turn and then encored? Because I don't like encoring because of the SpDef drops. I don't like encoring Psychic. But if I encored Submission or Toxic, then I could go Gligar. Well, Gligar's poison, so it can't even be Toxic. That would be way better. So I'm just gonna recover, see what it does, and then encore that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll encore that. Okay, so that's... How the hell do the Toxic turns work? 6%. So it's multiples of 14. So yeah, I can just do this. I can just sit here and do this, and I know exactly how much damage I'm taking. Oh, I could have Toxic'd it. Oops. I think it's fine, honestly. I don't think I'm in, like, any danger, as long as I don't play dumb. So that's... What? Was that 42? I could switch out, but I want to make sure I get the, I want to make sure I get the last encore before switching out. I really want to make sure, but, like, how could you can't predict when encore ends. I almost want it to end early here. Oh, I don't have streamer mode on. Oops. I thought I did. How do I turn that on? It should have turned on when I opened OBS. Odd. Okay, 180. So that's 70 damage. Yeah, I'm fine here. I just S-toss and I think I win. Oh, encore ended. That should be 30%, right? I guess I get to switch out anyways, because it's gonna go for... Oh no, it's gonna soft-boiled. How much did I take? I just took... I think I took 84 that turn, or 70, one of them. So I don't die. I don't die to this turn of Toxic. That's all I was worried about. But I don't die to it, I don't think. Yeah, no. That was the 84 one. I could just switch out. I can go, I'll go Skarm. Nice. Alright. That worked out pretty well. I don't know why I never considered, I had planned on encoring Psychic, but that's just not very good because of this Death Drop chance. You end up taking so much damage. Encoring Toxic was infinitely better. It was really good. I need to change my Alakazam's moveset again. We're getting rid of S-Toss this time. Okay. Lepa on Encore, Lepa on Recover. Any other Lepas? I used an Icy Wind. What else did I use? I used Rest. I guess I can recover that. And then, yeah, I need my Psychic TM. I think it's going over S-Toss. Psychic, Encore, Recover, Toxic. Yes. We are doing Alakazam lead against Entei. This is like a little risky. Literally, I think it's just if I get crit, Alakazam goes away. There's not much I can do about it. This Entei is brutal. I don't think I lose. Well, I might lose. I don't know how I beat this Gengar if I don't have Alakazam. It's gonna have to be like some Gligar shenanigans or like Lapras sitting on it somehow. Like a combined effort of like Jolteon and Lapras, if that happens. It's rough. Oh, oops. There we go. My audio bugs out when it does that. Okay. Pivot Arrow, then I need Skarm. Skarm gets a Lum. Then Jolteon. Jolteon doesn't need Magnet? Damn, changed it. I'm surprised. Oops. Gligar Citrus, Lapras Citrus. Okay. Alakazam lead, I gave it Psychic. Yeah, I gave it Psychic again. Gligar still has all its Screeches. Skarm got its Rests recovered. I think I'm fine. Alright, I think I managed to kill the Entei of Bruno. So if I kill 2 Pokemon, that's a new PB. I entered this fight with 4 Mons last time. Don't get crit. There's there's nothing around it. Don't get crit. GG. Okay. So, we're gonna abuse the AI quirk of E-Speed, because all 3 of these moves kill. Well, actually, every move of Entei's kills right now. It's gonna encourage E-Speed, because it's the priority one. I'm pretty sure. So I can go to Aerodactyl and finish this off, and eat an E-Speed. If not, then I deserve this loss, because I kind of base my whole plan around that. Yeah. I was, like, very positive that's how it worked. So I kind of needed that to be correct. Yeah, because Alakazam outspeeds it. And would have killed it with Psychic, so it should heavily favor the E-Speed, even though all the other moves killed. I just needed, like, just that little bit of chip onto the Entei. Okay. Main thing with... Also, Alakazam is, like, not usable anymore. Not in this fight. But that's fine. Main thing here is baiting counter properly. Just being very careful. I think, like, Steel Wing, because it can raise my defense. Being very careful about counter. It obviously only has the 1 PP. So I just need to find, like... It honestly might be right now. I just click Rest. No. Okay. I really don't understand counter AI. I thought it would start to favor it once it, once it saw a physical attack from me, and saw that countering would do more damage than its double edge. But I guess not. It just wants to double edge. I did not get to fight this Kangaskhan the first time around, so... Wait, what failed? Why did it say, but it failed? Oh, did it counter that turn? Wait, but why did but I clicked Sleep Talk. What? I was, like, not looking for a second. What the fuck happened? Oh, did I wake up? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I fucking have the lum. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Okay. That's fine. I'm stupid. I live a crit here, so that's fine. I looked away for 1 second. I forgot I gave myself a lum. I started sleep talking to avoid counter. It was my sleep talk that failed. Okay, that's totally fine. I don't know if this guy's a counter. I'll assume that they do, because they really love spamming double edge. I'm also surprised that Bruno hasn't switched out yet. Okay, there we go, some damage. I fully expect, oh, I should have gave myself a Lepa instead of a Lum, because I only have 6 Sleep Talks. The recoil it's doing is nice to kind of negate leftovers. Yeah, 16 to 21. Nice. Good Steel Wing rolls, oddly. I don't think I got a defense buff, though. I wake up on this turn, I believe. Hey, I just didn't want to counter. Odd. There we go. Okay. I maybe should have healed before... I don't plan on using Skarm anymore. But I could have healed to, like, help deal with the Steelix, or maybe with the Machamp. Potentially Heracross. I massively confused myself there. I was worried I fucked something. I mean, I did fuck something up, but I just pressed the wrong move for a turn. Silly. Okay. So, Jolteon. This is another one. Jolteon, you kind of just have to live this. Hydro Pump can miss. It's dead to 40% of crits. So I really couldn't find a way to dodge this because I need all the Lapras HP I could get for Steelix, considering Iron Tail could defense drop me. So like to avoid crits there. You gotta live this one, Jolteon. There's no way around it. If I do anything else, I bait Ancient Power, and that's just worse. So nice. I kind of forgot about that. I thought my Bruno was pretty safe. I forgot about the Hydro Pump thing. Okay, Heracross in. Don't really care what move I'm baiting. It can be submission. Not guaranteed to be in the pool, though. Would love Earthquake. Would really love Earthquake or submission. Awesome. That's so good. Having full health on this guy is so nice for Machamp. Holy shit. Okay, please be Machamp. It's random who comes in next. I would love if it was Machamp. Awesome. Steelix is fine, but it's a little risky. Especially, actually, because I'm still full health. It could blow up on me. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. I just clicked Wing Attack twice. Yeah. This is a theoretically perfectly safe Machamp. Because I, oh, well, no, it could Quick Claw, Rock Slide, flinch me. But yeah, because I was full health, I'm chilling on this Machamp. Okay, now I'm hurt enough to where it can't blow up. Also, it's the last Mon, so it doesn't even matter. So it has to Iron Tail. I'm thinking about the Lapras pivot. I think I have to go for the Lapras pivot. I at least have to, like, initially my plan is just, because it can't blow up, so I can just sit on this thing with Skarmory, but it would take forever. I do 20 damage at a time. I think if I at least try Lapras, because what, it's favored Iron Tail right now. I guess I can go Skarm and Rest to at least make it coin flip between Iron Tail and Rock Slide. Because if it's Rock Slide and then I live like a Quick Claw crit afterwards... Oh no, but that's not really... The numbers don't really work out like that, do they? Yeah, they kind of don't. There's like not really any comp because this is... Yeah, this is exactly 388. So that doesn't even work out. It would literally need to be like Iron Tail, Min roll, and then I'm safe from... No, I'm not even safe. Wait. No, yeah, I am barely safe. I don't have a way to bait Earthquake, but that doesn't really matter. Because, yeah, if I could get Lapras in, then I would just, you know, Waterfall it. And be happy. I still have Fire Blast on you. Can I stay in? I can stay in, actually. I can totally stay in. Do I Screech? Because Screech would make Skarmory do a lot more damage. That seems worth it. That seems more worth it than clicking Earthquake right now. Defense drop. Definitely can't stay in now. Yeah. Straight up dead to an Iron Tail crit. Okay. That's fine though. Can I go Jolteon? No, it's dead to crit. I thought I could bait EQ to get Skarmory safer, but I can't. I kind of just have to do this. I guess I can pivot around. Like, I can use Lapras as a pivot in case I get defense dropped. That's the one thing I can use Lapras for here. Because I need to immediately heal. Yeah, I do. Especially with Quick Claw, I need to heal. This is gonna take a while. Nice. How many Iron Tails do you have? Oh, 15. I wish I had more Sleep Talks. That's unfortunate. That sucks. It's a waste of a Sleep Talk. I should have restored my Sleep Talk PP. I'd have like 2 or 3 more if I did. Okay. I'm gonna speed this up. It's gonna take a while. We're gonna wake up here. It's fine. Should I rest here? Probably should. One more Sleep Talk. No reason to risk. Surprised I haven't gotten defense dropped yet. That's crazy. Okay. We're good. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, right? Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I mean, I knew that crit wouldn't kill, but I gotta switch out after that. And, like... What do I do after that? I kind of just have to go Lapras and run this, which made the entire Skarm thing pointless. That would have sucked. Man, that was crazy. Okay. New PB. PB now. That stealing really tried. Okay, having 6 still for this is awesome. Very, very good. Main thing, I mean, honestly, I think I could get away with not having Gligar. For these last 2 fights. But the rest, I really need. But having Gligar still is super awesome. Okay. Restore Screech. Restore T-Bolt, why not? Restore Rest for sure. Sleep Talk. Okay. Alakazam. Restore Encore, no effect. Oh, I guess I just used this, yeah, at the start there. Alright. I don't have any more moveset changes. I guess, well, at this point, I can give, I have one. Detect. I can give Detect to you. I don't need Fire Blast anymore. Yeah. Detect is good in case I Toxic something with Alakazam. Specifically the Umbreon that's here on this fight. And then also the Mewtwo on the next fight. Jolteon gets a Lum. Skarmory next gets a Lepa. Gligar. Citrus. Lapras. Citrus. Is it Lapras next? Yeah, it is. Okay. This is a fight where I think I don't... No, I use everyone. Yeah, I use everyone. Alakazam gets a Lum. Aerodactyl gets a Lum because it's switching in on Houndoom. Yeah. At this point, I could level up my Skarm. But I'm not going to... Well, I guess I could. I don't know. I usually let myself level in the middle of gauntlets. I don't need this thing to be 99 anymore. I guess if it's like all the other gauntlets I do, I can level it up. I just needed it at 99. I could give it Whirlwind. Would be good for, well, no, Umbreon is the last Pokemon, so I can't Whirlwind it. So I don't think it's useful anywhere. Yeah, it's not useful. Not at this point. Okay. Save over... Oops. Okay. Jolteon lead with Lum. Yes. Do I plan on running it back on stream so I can join the illustrious wall? I don't really care. No. I can't stream that often or that much. It takes too much out of me. And if I don't win in these next two fights, maybe. If not, then I'm probably gonna go to Run Bun. Or go back to some, like, base game stuff that I haven't finished up. Damn, that does a lot of damage. Wait, that did so much. 91? Wow. Okay, well, I still have my Lum. Does that matter? I don't think I used Jolteon again. I could use it to, like, click Swift against the Umbreon, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't really care about, like... I've tried using, because what, you have to use, like, that Versus Seeker or something, right? That's one way that you would, like, actually get on the dock or whatever. I've tried using that Versus Seeker thing, and it crashes my game. So, that was, like, the other way that I was gonna do it, and unfortunately it just doesn't work for me. I don't know why. And that problem might be fixed now, because that was a while ago, but who knows. Alright, this is the one instance where Jolteon is not a very good Pokemon compared to Electabuzz. If I used Electabuzz instead, like on my first attempt, I could just cross-chop this fucking T-Tar and destroy it. Instead, I have to be lame and go Skarmory and give it a chance to AP boost and sweep me. I could lose right here. I really could lose right here. Okay. This is always T-Bolt. That's nice. It's not AP again. The thing is, the thing with me like streaming these games is, dude, I am so slow when I play these games. I see people in the Discord, like in that text chat, they go through like entire ass attempts where they get like all the way from like Morty to E4 round 1 in like a week. And I just can't. I've been on this attempt for almost a year, I want to say, and my first attempt also was like over a year long. I mean, I'm not playing the entire time, but I am so slow when I play these. I think I got to E4 round 2, like I got to this point back in like the start of December. And I've just been planning it the whole time. Do I Screech? No. I don't, because I could crit. So yeah, it just takes me so long. Okay. Man, that's scary. You shouldn't switch out. I don't see why it would. Yeah. Could only switch out to like Umbreon, but it wouldn't do that. Yeah, there's no way to hit. Okay. The main threat of this fight is down. That was the big one. Umbreon isn't theoretically that scary for me. I just go Lapras and Waterfall twice. Yeah. I guess this Sneasel can be a little scary, but I have Jolteon as well, if I need it. Okay, that's a little scary. I have to switch out. Yeah, I do. Okay. So this is still always Metal Claw. Can I go Jolteon? No. Oh. Ew. I have to go Skarm and then bait. I have to go Skarm and then bait Ice Beam. That doesn't solve the issue for Jolteon, though. I can't use Zam. I need Alakazam to have its HP. I have no way to bait Surf. I think Lapras just has to stick this out and not get crit because of that attack boost. How badly do I need Lapras on the final fight? I use it to beat the other Lapras. It helps beat the other Lapras. But I can also just use Jolteon and sack Lapras, I believe. So if I lose my Lapras here, it's not the end of the world. If I lose my Jolteon here, it's much worse, I think. Yeah. Okay. Lapras, you gotta not get crit here. That's just how it goes. Nice. How does this affect... Okay, it's still always T-Bolt. I was worried this could be Fire Punch, but I honestly don't think it matters. As long as I'm low enough to bait Explosion, which I always am. Yeah, Citrus helps. Doesn't matter, though. Did I just go straight? Yeah, I don't mess around with, Should I not go, Should I not go, like, Gligar into... Because this is always T-Bolt. Yeah, it's always T-Bolt. I can go Gligar, Bait, Ice Punch. It's always Ice Punch. It's just less damage that I take. Yeah, no reason not to. I mean, I didn't initially plan on it depending on the HP that my Lapras was going to be left at, but... Or depending the HP my Gligar was going to be at. I had no idea what my Gligar HP was going to be. So I didn't plan on utilizing Gligar for the Gengar, but it's totally fine. This is not a safe pivot. This really is not a safe pivot at all. I guess it's kind of likely that it could be Flamethrower. Oh, actually, that's probably why I wanted to use T-Bolt. So that way I could equally bait Flamethrower or Crunch. I can't go you. Nope. I just have to... Oh, I really don't like that. If Aerodactyl dies to Crunch crit, I just lose. There's no way I can beat Red. I don't think. Do I sack something now? For the good of getting Aerodactyl in safely. It would probably be... Gligar. If it's... Oh, well, actually, okay, that actually is fine. I'm just opting to risk Gligar instead of Aerodactyl. That is fine. I'll do this. Because Gligar outspeeds it. So if it lives this, it's fine. Okay. If I died there, I would have been totally okay. But it's like the exact same risk, but with better payoff. Because if I go Aerodactyl there, and it crunches like that, and then it crits me, and I die, I don't have a way to beat the Pikachu. Oh, well, no, Alakazam can beat the Pikachu. But I don't have a way to beat... Like, that chain kill is so valuable. And I don't have a good way to beat Ho-Oh at the end. So I need Aerodactyl. But if Gligar... Like, I'm risking it the exact same way... It can end up totally fine. That works out. And now I could just switch Gligar out before getting, Oh, I could get Pursuit crit here. That would be interesting. I wonder how that would look. I mean, if that happens, then, you know, whatever. Ideally here I just go Skarmory and sit on it. I can utilize Aerodactyl if I want. This is literally a full PP stall. I'm like probably gonna be here for a while. The only way it's not a PP stall is if I eventually run it out of pursuits, if I start counting all the pursuits, and it's out of those. But yeah, like, it can't do anything to Skarmory. It does no damage. So I just go to that. Okay. Cannot go Gligar. This is why I full PP restored. Oh, well, I guess I didn't. I mostly did. I wish I had, like, this is where I really wish I had, like, Toxic on Skarmory. It would have been awesome to have. It didn't work out. So yeah, there's the double teams. His Wii Speed tie. And there's a miss. I wonder if I... Ooh, wait. That would be interesting. What if I... Oh, wait, no. Encore can miss, though, can't it? It can miss your double team. I was going to say, what if I went to Alakazam and Encored it into double team? As it ran out of PP of it, and then it starts struggling. But that doesn't... it can miss, still, because of the double teams. The only way I can hit this right now is getting lucky by sitting here and spamming Drill Peck, eventually PP stalling it, and using, like, Jolteon Swift. The one thing is, it's not going to click Toxic on me, unless it starts really running out of PP. Something to keep an eye on. So that's like 4 PP out of 38 gone. Really? Okay. I'm not going to count all the PP, but I'm going to try to count turns. I think that's 5. Because if I get an idea of when it's going to start struggling, then I can be a little more aggressive. And I'm going to speed this up. 6, 7, 8... 9... 10... I feel like I already missed one. 11... Okay. 12... 13... Dude. 14... 15... 16... Oh, did I not wake up that turn? Was I silly? 17... Oh, did I rest again on that final sleep talk? 18... 19... 20... Oh, why'd I click sleep talk? 21... 22... Wow, nice hit. 23... Damn, 2 in a row? 24? Whoa. 25. 26. 27. Whoa. I think that's 28. Whoa! Okay, it's starting to use Toxic, so that means if it's not healing there, it's gotta be down to its last 10 PP, which are all Toxics. So that means I can't take any damage as Skarm. It can't heal anymore. If I kill it right here, that would be awesome. But yeah, it's gonna start struggling soon. Nice. Close. Cool. Okay. Good. I was a little worried there, but got there eventually. I was worried I was gonna like run out of rests, but like the sleep talks kept proccing rest actually kind of worked out. Okay. Oh, I definitely need to use like a billion Lepra berries. Just in case. No reason not to. Any other moves that I used? I used Earthquake. I don't think I really need didn't even end up using Alakazam how I expected to. Or Aerodactyl. Okay. Aerodactyl lead, it already has Detect. It needs the Hardstone, because it's the trade arrow. Then I need Lapras. Lapras needs Lum. Jolteon needs Lum. Alakazam needs Lum. Skarm needs a Citrus. I'll give Gligar a Lum. I don't have a plan for Gligar in this fight, but it can always pop in. Alright. I am finally willing to sack stuff, and I definitely am going to sack stuff. I am not going to attempt to do this deathless. There's just no way. I really don't see it. You would have to risk so much, and at this point, it's just not worth it. Okay. What's up, Red? Yeah, I plan on sacking, I want to say it, like, at minimum 2 Mons here. But, just gonna rip a Rock Slide to start. Pikachu gone, and we're gonna have Aerodactyl gone. This guy hasn't done much, but when it immediately makes it a 6v4 in the final fight of the game, it's pretty worth it. We obviously need to hold on to Aerodactyl for the Ho-Oh. The entire goal of this line is get Ho-Oh last. We don't really want to see Ho-Oh. Gonna go Lapras. We're not gonna do a full Lapras 1v1 here since I underspeed so horribly. But we do want to make it easier for our Jolteon. So we're going to T-Bolt it once, and then go Jolteon. Yep. That HP is fine. Switch to Jolteon on a T-Bolt again, take no damage. That was a high roll. Damn. Yeah, this should still kill. It's pretty close, but I think I calced it so it always kills. Yeah. Didn't look right. This is probably the worst part. Is the Snorlax. So I can go Skarm. Oh, oops! I almost went Alakazam. That would have sucked. I put these mons out of order. Yeah, we go Skarm. Oopsie. That would have been bad. We need to bait Fire Blast. Double Edge is fine. Doesn't really matter. It'll heal that recoil. So we're gonna try an Encore Fire Blast. I don't know how this will go. I really don't. But it's funny at the very least, I think. It does hit, which is unfortunate. Man, that does a lot. I'm likely dead to a crit of one more, but I have to Encore. If Alakazam dies, it at least is encoring the Fire Blast, at the very least. The goal, in theory, is that Alakazam stays in on this Snorlax the entire time, which I don't think is happening. Because ideally, I have Alakazam in on Mewtwo so I can Toxic it. I don't think that's happening. But I'm at the very least, he didn't miss. I'm at the very least encoring Fire Blast from Snorlax, which is pretty good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. This is where it gets messy. I did not get a Toxic off. That's the big one. I would have at least wanted to, like, recover and then get a Toxic. Or, like, yeah, like, double recover, get a Toxic. So that's rough. So it is encored into Fire Blast. That's pretty good for Lapras. I could Perish Song. Actually, that probably is my best option. Yeah, that probably is my best option. It's that or, like, try to use Aerodactyl, who doesn't do much. And, like, I can flinch it as I'm only bidding Fire Blast, but I need Aerodactyl to not get burnt. I can't risk that. Because if it gets burnt, I can't kill Ho-Oh, and then I'm screwed. So, why did I do that? This could be Gligar time as well, since I didn't really plan on using this Mon. But I do think the best option is, at least for now, go Lapras and click Perish. I don't plan on using Lapras anywhere else. Yeah. Okay. This is why you hold on to Perish Song. Okay. I'm probably going to end up sacking Lapras. Not here. Well, maybe I'd stay. No, actually, that would totally screw my line. Because I don't know how they would. I need someone to be in when I need someone to be in when Snorlax dies. I mean, ideally it was Alakazam. Who? Oh, that's not very good. It can't be Gligar. I can't go Aerodactyl on this Fire Blast. I just can't risk that. I can't go Skarm. I can go Jolteon. Jolteon will bait Mewtwo next, which is the goal. So I think what I have to do is... How does Mewtwo damage Lapras again? It could just kill. Okay. I think I need to go Gligar, stay for a turn, and then on the turn that Snorlax dies from Perish, I need to go to Jolteon. Because Jolteon will bait Mewtwo. Man, how the fuck am I beating this Mewtwo now without encoring it? I was at least gonna encore it. Or Toxic it, and I don't have that now. I really need to resource manage here. Jolteon is super important because it outspeeds Mewtwo. So I need to value that. Because what I can do is, I just need to get Mewtwo low enough so that way Aerodactyl Rock Slide will kill. So I need to get it to like 30% after it's lefties when I die. That will theoretically take 2 Pokemon to do. I think ideally it would take Lapras and Jolteon, both sacking both of them. So that means what I'm thinking right now is that's banking on the fact that Lapras wouldn't die to the submission, which is a favorable roll, but it also can just get crit. But I guess then also it would have to be like a double crit, because then I would have to get crit by this Psychic anyways afterwards. And I could also flinch it. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. What I'm thinking right now is I go, because it's Snorlax, Encored into Fire Blast. I go Gligar, and it's going to get perished, so it's going to fucking die in 3 or 2 turns. I go Gligar. I don't really... Well, I can Rock Slide it to try to get it to not do anything. And then on the final Fire Blast, I go Jolteon. The turn that Snorlax dies, Jolteon is in. That beats Mewtwo. Jolteon can click T-Bolt and probably die. Right? 70 from that. Yeah, it's probably dead. Unless the Fire Blast misses. If I got 2 T-Bolts off with Jolteon, that would be awesome. But I don't expect it. I could also T-Wave this, and that would make Gligar outspeed it. Would that be worth it? Maybe it would. But I'm giving up 42% just to T-Wave it. But also, Lapras would then outspeed it, so I would guarantee the Lapras damage. I should see how Gligar versus Snorlax goes before I make that choice. But I think this is initially the line that I have to take to stall out the Snorlax turns. Okay. I just need to see like how much HP my Gligar would be at. Okay. So yeah, I think I Rock Slide here because its Perish count is 2. So yeah, I Rock Slide and then I switch. And the Snorlax... Oh, you're fucking kidding. Wait, that's fine. That's fine. I just go Skarm. Because it's baiting Double Edge. That's okay. That's fine. It means I don't get a chance to stall the move. But I'm utilizing Skarm's HP pool. That's okay. I'm still in the same, like, Fire Blast bait rut. Where, like, Jolteon, you kind of just have to take this Fire Blast and hope that it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's on track, I think. Okay. So you die this turn, as far as my Pear Song understanding goes. Yes. Okay. Mewtwo in. I can live a Psychic. So I kind of just have to go for that. Jolteon has no use against Ho-Oh. It's all Aerodactyl. Yeah, okay. If you live this, then I have a super easy kill on Mewtwo later. If you don't live this, I think I have to go... I have to, like, not get double crit by Mewtwo if I don't live this attack, I believe. I could also para full para. That's a really good roll. Wow. That's a crazy good roll. Holy shit. Okay. I think we're good. I think I just win. Jolteon dies. Aerodactyl comes in. So long, Jolteon, you fucking goat. Yeah. Aerodactyl in. And it's gonna get a double kill. It's just gonna Rock Slide, and then Rock Slide the Ho-Oh. Okay, that ended up oddly being the two Pokemon that I expected to sack, but not in the way that I expected to sack them. GG. At least it was an entertaining read. I was worried it was going to be fucking boring. It was fun. I like that. I need to do Run and Bun, but holy shit, that game it might be a little too brain involved for me. There's so much AI quirks in that game. It's just like perfect for me. I'm happy Alakazam actually worked out. Thank you for the GGs. I was really worried that Alakazam would just totally flop, but it ended up doing its job. Not, like, in the hard stall way that I kind of initially planned, because I had it, like, sitting and toxic stalling, and, like, just sitting there recovering, like a Ledian would, on mons like Snorlax and Mew, and that just wasn't gonna work. But it ended up, like, the way that I fought this Mew, that was really, I was really happy with that. The fact that it can sit there and just completely negate this beast of a Pokemon to a, like, literally just a corpse that sits there and does nothing. That was really nice. And same with the Raikou, like, dealing with the Raikou, it ended up being, like, just good enough to, like, safely deal with the Raikou, and I could have used Lapras as well to, like, Paris Song it. That worked out really well. I can only imagine how strong this Pokemon would have been if I had Disable. Because I couldn't have it because I caught this, I caught it as a Kadabra at level something, I forget. Level 88, I think I caught it. So I couldn't have Disable. Yeah, I caught it at this, at level 88. So, like, this thing would be genuinely insane if it had Disable. Like, in my mind, like, arguably a fucking E4 round 2 staple. Like, I don't know how you don't run this thing. If you have it, and it has Encore, Recover, Disable Toxic, or Disable Psychic, or Disable S-Toss. Like, and you can teach all of those over and over. It's so crazy. Like, you can give it Psychic multiple times. It starts with it, and then you can give it later. These mods ended up being really good, too. The main problem I had with this box... Like, okay, this was the rest of the box, I guess. I don't know if you can see all of it. There's like some bad mons. Like, under this Kingler is all bad stuff. Except for Sudowoodo. That thing was cool. There's like Ditto and Corsola and Remoraid. Things I didn't even bother evolving. There's a Blastoise as well that I got right at the end. But like, a lot of these Pokemon were not good at all. My Heracross had 0 attack IV. I remember. But then, like, a lot of the later mons I got ended up being really, really good. I mean, look at this Tangela. That thing is crazy. My T-Tar was awful. I don't think this Pokemon is good. My first run, what were Zam's TVs? Pretty solid. Like, just bulky enough. 8 HP, 10 special defense. The speed was nice, but I don't think speed is important. Because it's just so naturally fast. The 10 special attack was really important, because it let me two-shot the Raikou consistently. It's just pretty solid. And like, the low defense was kind of meh, but you're not using this to sit on a Machamp, you know? It's just too frail for that. I guess I can go and, Oh, it thinks I'm in the gauntlet? What? Really? That's funny. Get me back to New Barktown. I didn't know it did that in this location. Oh, what? Just like walk to a PC? Why does it still think I'm in a gauntlet? I like enter a Pokemon Center. Huh. Yeah, I just wanted to look at my box. I don't understand this. I don't think this Pokemon's good. I really don't. I do not think it is good at all. I use this T-Tar outside of E4R round 1, where it's like kind of just necessary because it's so bulky, is just such a good pivot. I think I used this Pokemon one time. And I got it like in Victory Road, I think, or like the route around there. It's just not good. I used it less than Tangela. And I got Tangela in Kanto. Haven't gotten that late. Understandable. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these Pokemon, like, you're not gonna see real use out of some of them until you get pretty late. Wobbuffet ended up being fine. Mine was just really horrible for E4 round 2. It was not bringable. It was so bad. What are some other, like, staples? Gengar? This thing's fine. It's okay. I'm trying to think of who were, like, insane goats on this run. Magneton was insane. I got this guy early. It was super cool. Piloswine is, in my opinion, a top 10 Pokemon. I think this thing is you should heavily try to get this Mon on every run. It's just so strong. I also think Starmie is just pretty bad. I don't understand the Starmie hype. I don't think it's very good. And getting Recover at level 100 doesn't help. Because I looked at Starmie over Alakazam at some point, and like, it just does not do what Alakazam does. How long did I delay Slowpoke well? I'm not a bitch, so I don't delay Slowpoke well. I think the only thing I delayed this entire run was when I was really hunting in Kanto to get Skarmory, because I knew how important that Pokemon was. So I delayed like Route 17 until I got like Girafarig down by Pallet Town, and then I went back there and I got my Skarmory. I think that was the only delay I did. I also don't fully remember, because I've done this run over a fucking year, so I honestly don't fully remember like every... I couldn't tell you what route I got this Raichu or this Houndoom on. I just don't remember. I got this Houndoom early, I know that. It was actually really good. Yeah, Route 32. This thing's good. Early, it's good. It falls off. It's funny that I won on my Typhlosion starter run, because this mon is hot ass. It is horrible. Never take any starter besides Meganium. It's genuinely awful. It is only good for the first, I think, 3 gym badges, and even then, you'd just rather have Meganium. This run genuinely doesn't win. It doesn't get to maybe like the 4th gym badge if I don't get this early Venusaur. Venusaur was just kind of Meganium, but with the poison typing. And it's slightly worse, but it's still very, very solid. You need a Meganium or you need a Venusaur on your run. I don't think there's any way around it. I was thinking about like top 5 Pokemon just in general that I've used, and I think are like the most important. And it's like, it's Heracross, it's a grass starter. No, I didn't have my first run I chose Meganium. This run I chose Typhlosion as my starter. I was planning to just like do one of each and then figure out which one I like the most. But if I was to ever do this again, I would take Meganium every time. There's just no way. This mon is awful, and Feraligatr is horrible. You should never willingly take Feraligatr. I think Seeking is a better water type than Feraligatr, because it can at least, like, Horn Drill with Lock-On, and it's cool. What else? Fearow early, that was really awesome. A lot of these mons I never used at all. I used Kingler. This thing's good. This thing, early game, genuinely really good. Clefable, also really good. I got this guy, I think in, Dark Cave. Super, super awesome. Rhydon is so good. I also... See, this is just like... I don't understand some people that play this game. Everyone raves about Slowbro. This guy sucks. He is awful. I think this is one of the worst Pokemon that you can take. And I think Slowking is also bad. I used Slowking in my E4 round 1, and it was, like, just barely good enough, I think, to beat Lance's Aerodactyl, it was, and I got lucky. I think this Pokemon is just bad. And I didn't use it in Kanto a single time. I don't see why you would use it. I think, like, Badge 4 stretch, it's okay. I feel like my Slowbro this time was like decent TVs? I don't remember. Nah. Like, its physical bulk is good, but yeah, it does no damage. So you're right, yeah. What else did I get that was good? This guy was cool. Obviously falls off a cliff the moment you beat, like, Morty and Chuck. But if you get him around, like, you get him around Bugsy, super cool Pokemon. Genuinely awesome Pokemon. I love Sudowoodo. And it gets insane moves, too. It gets, like, at this point, it had Ancient Power, Submission, High Jump Kick, and Earthquake. It's crazy. Togetic, obviously pretty solid. I didn't really... I used Beedrill a fair bit, but I barely used anything in here other than Sudowoodo and Beedrill. No, Pseudo is really cool. I didn't get to use Sandslash much. Ariados was also cool. I like that mon. Kingler's good. A lot of these... Oh, Pinsir was good, too. Pinsir... Because my Heracross was so bad, Pinsir actually ended up being pretty solid. At 2 attack and 0 speed, this Pinsir was good. Just because my my Heracross was so bad. Rhydon is awesome, though. I glossed over it, but yeah, this Pokemon is fucking incredible. I would want this Pokemon in every run I do. I think. But it's not very common. I got Scizor very late, I didn't get to use it a whole lot. It's okay. I didn't use Crobat a single time because I caught it right at the end. Executor just isn't very good. It's not. It's not a good Psychic. It's not a good Grass type. You'd rather just have anything else. Yeah, this Heracross, is really bad. It's really bad. And its speed is in, like, just... I think it's in, like, a not a great tier as well. It... Really unfortunate. Yeah, because it ends up at 210. It does outspeed Articuno. Yeah, so my E4 round 1 team... oh, I took a screenshot of it. I don't know why I'm forgetting it. I save all my teams for every, like, gym that I do. My E4 round 1 team was Heracross, Wobbuffet, Tyranitar, Dragonite, Shuckle, Piloswine. So, like, a pretty standard team, right? I had early Wobbuffet, so I was able to bring that. And it's good there. It's good in round 1. Heracross, T-Tar, Dragonite, Shuckle, all pretty standard. But then Piloswine was the other one. That one was really cool. This guy's awesome. I love this guy so much. So good. Just 130 attack. And like mine was... Its DVs were insane. Like its Ice Beam is super strong. Earthquake is insane. And it has Icy Wind, so it can like chip something and then outspeed it after. So like it would 1v1 this Crobat. 5 levels under. That's crazy. Icy Wind plus Ice Beam. The speed control is so big. What else? I never got to use Cloyster. Charizard is fine. This guy was cool. This was like probably my best fighting type because my Heracross was so bad. This guy popped off in Kanto. And I got him at like the start of Kanto. Really, really cool. Feraligatr never... Or I used it once. Gengar's kind of meh. My Sneasel is horrible, but I still got use out of it. Dodrio was really good. My Dodrio was very good. So it was able to hit pretty hard. Seeking, very cool. I wish I got it earlier so I could use it more. I love this Mon. It's just a stupid gimmick, but it's so fun when it works. Quagsire, another like staple Mon that just isn't usable in Kanto at all. This was probably my... This was my favorite Mon to have, because I got it so early. The special thing with this Magneton that makes me love it so much is it's like HP Water 61 or something. So I had multiple moments where I would switch Magneton into like a Rhydon's Rock Slide and then HP Water to Oko it. And it was the sickest shit ever. Yeah, HP Water 62. It was so cool. And like the stats are fine, but it gave me HP Water 62. It's so cool. This was my favorite Pokemon of the entire run. It's because I had it for so long as well. What else? Raichu I barely used. Jinx sucks. D-Knight is fine. It's D-Knight. It's pretty solid. It just gets around Quick Claws. Mag falls off by like Gym 7. Dugtrio was also really good. This Mon was solid. I had that combo of like Dugtrio, Dodrio, Magneton. That was a good little like threesome that could handle a lot of fights. Shuckle solid. It's Shuckle. You just trade for it. It has good DVs. Fortress meh. Takeover was goated. I wish I got this earlier. It's really cool. Yeah, there's a handful of mons that like everyone raves about. And I see get brought to like E4 round 1s and round 2s, and I look at my mons and I don't see use cases for them ever. Like, I genuinely considered bringing... Oh, I have a bubble in my throat. I considered bringing Nidoqueen to this round 2 over mons like Starmie or Wobbuffet or, I originally, instead of Skarmory, Alakazam, it was going to be the other 4 plus Nidoqueen Shuckle. And then I realized I had no way to beat Koka's Mew, I think. So I had to switch it. But otherwise, I had like pretty solid plans for a lot of the fights. I had Will down. Nidoqueen destroys Raikou. Nidoqueen also mostly destroys the Zapdos. I think it's pretty solid against Entei. Nidoqueen is cool. It's pretty good against Gengar because I didn't give it Psychic. And then Shuckle is just like a good Gloomon, helps out with a lot of things. It worked out in the end. I think if I got... I basically just had like a good strong position where like I needed to get crit multiple times in order for me to be like really punished. Because who ended up dying? It was Alakazam and Jolteon. Let's throw them in the... just for completionist's sake, throw them in the dead box. These 3 at the bottom are not actually dead. These are HM slaves, so 6 deaths. I guess I can change that. Not that it matters. Not that I'm streaming this game again. But like, I still had Skarmory to sack. I still had Lapras to sack. And I had Gligar to sack. So it was like, because it was against the Mewtwo, right? Because I had it at like 50%, and then I didn't die to the Psychic. If I died to that Psychic, then I go Gligar. I think my Gligar was at like 168 or something. Something like that, or like 170. Or no, it was higher. It was like, Psychic would have needed to crit the Gligar. And then, if that happens, then it's like, okay, well I need to chip it a bit, so I go Lapras. And then it's crit, or I was at 164, so it would have been a range for submission to kill. And then I sack Lapras, so like if that one doesn't happen, then it's like, well, crap, all I have is Skarmory left. Skarmory just dies, and then at that point you're praying for a flinch. And Mewtwo is healed up enough to where you probably need 3 Rock Slides anyways. I've been streaming this the entire time. Like, this entire game, no. I've only been streaming the Elite Four attempts. I've been recording all the gym boss fights. They're on my YouTube channel. I started recording them because Jax asked about it. They like, you should just record them and at least put the gym fights on YouTube. So I have that for Kanto on this run, but not for Johto. Yeah, hi Scott. Yeah, my biggest writ was, yeah, it was like double crits, or like double crits plus it could be a range. That's pretty solid. I mean, I definitely built, I built this team with red in mind, because if you can make this fight easy, it gives you so much leeway for the other stuff. Especially moveset-wise. It's just really nice. My biggest risks were the Celebi, which you just can't avoid. It was Celebi, it was Zapdos. Zapdos could have gotten out of hand. It could have gotten bad. My Jolteon was sitting there at like 70%, while his Zapdos was at 50. It had already double teamed once. If I miss there and it double teams again, then I have to roar it. And then I have to try to deal with it with like Gligar afterwards. while it still has one double team PP, so it can still boost itself once, and it would have been random who comes in, it would have been bad. But it worked out. The Feraligatr is pretty risky. Also, the Entei is risky. The Entei is really risky. I mean, this is my lead matchup against Entei, and I let a turn happen, so it's pretty risky. Alakazam just kind of had to tank a Metal Claw. There was no way around it. And then Jolteon just had to take or dodge a Hydro Pump here. So Bruno was not very safe. It ended up working out at the end with the Steelix, but I mean, I finished that fight with Skarmory at 12 HP because he got like Quick Claw crit by an Iron Tail right at the end. But I had kind of noted after my first attempt a lot of the big threats that I really struggled to figure things out for, and focused on making them less risky, like this Lugia. Jolteon is just able to completely trounce on this Lugia, and if you negate this thing with just one Pokemon, then you're pretty set for the rest of this fight. The only other risk is, okay, it's a coin flip that you bait Ancient Power, and then if it boosts. So you go Skarm, you go Gligar, and then you know, it's basically like 2 chances that you hope it doesn't boost. But if it gets it on the second one, it's actually okay at that point, because you still outspeed. Yes, so my first run, I lost to Bruno. I really lost to this Pokemon. My first team was, oh god, it was not a very good team. I did not have good E4R2 like staples. I didn't have Jolteon. I picked Umbreon that run, and I would still pick Umbreon. I love Umbreon. I didn't have Skarmory. I did Aerodactyl, Gligar, Lapras, Shuckle, Electabuzz as my Jolteon replacement, and then I think Heracross as my last. So my Heracross was pretty good. I think it was Heracross. And it was actually going pretty well. I beat Will just fine. Koga, I was super scared of the Quick Claw Scizor, because I had to use Electabuzz to beat it with Fire Punch. And it worked out. And then Suicune switched out on my Lapras, went to Zapdos, and then it started double teaming, and I started missing a lot. And I lost 2 Pokemon to Koga, eventually, like, on the Mew at the end, and the Zapdos combined. I forget exactly who I lost. I think it was Gligar. It was Gligar and one other. And then it was like, well, crap. I have no way to beat the... I have no way to win. I think I had, like, a bunch of stall Pokemon left. I think I lost Gligar Aerodactyl to the Zapdos and the Mew at the end because of all the double teams. So I had, like, Lapras, Electabuzz, Shuckle, Umbreon left. It's like, well, I think I just led Lapras against the Entei. It took like 3 Pokemon. I eventually beat this Entei, and then I wiped to the Heracross. So yes, I did make it. I made it here. I think also that first run I had, I think 3 deaths up to Mount Silver. And I think 2 of them were planned sacks. This run had one death that I didn't plan happen. It was this this Omastar. That was the only one. And I was totally fine. It was an Omastar. It was totally okay losing that. I think the Golem also, it like, I would have been fine. Like, I think I could have saved Golem, but it just wasn't worth the hassle. And I, at that point, fighting, because I think that was Blaine, I already knew a lot of the Pokemon that I wanted to bring, and I had some of them in that Blaine fight. And it's like, Golem, you're just out of luck, man. You're not as important as Lapras or Gligar. They're way more important for the next 6 fights that are left in the game, so Golem had to go. Quillfish, I blew up on Lapras on Price, because holy shit, fuck that Lapras. It's crazy impossible to beat. Electrode died to Misty. I think I thundered, and then I exploded on the Kingdra. And then Golem died to something on, like, I gave it Quick Claw as well. I wasn't planning on this mon doing anything in that fight. It was just a pivot that I was like, if I need to lose something, I can lose Golem. And it got to that point. So it was like a soft plan sack. Omastar. What gym would this have been? Is that Surge? I think that's Surge. So yeah, I had one pre-Kanto death, I guess, is the way to look at it. I don't think it's like that hard to not have deaths in this game, honestly. It's not the worst thing. You just like have to really play around like your safe options, like a Shuckle, like a Meganium, getting an Umbreon, like a Quagsire, Magcargo, relying on those Pokemon as much as possible where it's safe to utilize them is really good. And then just like filling in with the hard hitters around them. You know, your Dodrio, your Piloswine, your Dugtrio, a Houndoom even. Like just that kind of Pokemon works out really well. I mean, there were definitely points I could probably scroll through some of my gym badge completions. Some of these teams where, like, I had a Pokemon at, like, 12 HP. So I mean, it's not like I wasn't taking damage on a single fight in this game. My Chuck got really close. I should have lost Fortress. On Morty, my Haunter had 2 HP left. I remember my Faulkner and my Faulkner and my Bugsy this run, because I had early Rhyhorn, and I had Flaffy. Those two were really easy. And even Quilava was like solid. And I had Sudowoodo by Bugsy. The Bugsy was super easy, I remember. Whitney was really close, even though I had good Pokemon for it, like Kingler, Poliwrath, and Fearow. Okay, I don't really have anything else. I guess I'll probably play Run Bun next. I'll see. Run Bun just seems like a lot more effort, I guess. But I think I'm done with this game, at the very least. So, thanks for hanging, gang. Thanks for watching. Good run. Yeah, goodbye.